years on it. Hmm? Oh, I don't know. No, that's, I had my freaking stream on to see if my voice was working as well. No. Everyone got your voice on share. What? Yeah.
You need to go and share your voice and say allow. That should be able to hear mine now. Should be able to. You hear mine?
What have I got to do, sorry?
Go in the party settings and put it. I always find it's one of those tracks that's quite nice to get your first banker in. Oh, the Tyson army is back in the chat, guys. We've got the Ozan army. I wonder if the Ozan army will show up as well. Oh, I can hear myself. This is disturbing. Pain sound. Honestly, the worst thing that's ever happened to me was having to do those console eyes of myself. It was disgusting. I hated it. Never again. But no, we've got quite a few cars really, really close to each other. Might want to get a little bit of a gap between each other before they go on their hearts. So we've got about 3 cars very, very close to each other. Yeah, very, very, very close to each other. Blood will be getting a mega slipstream, but he needs to be careful because he will be getting a lot. That helps get invalidated. But you will be getting a lot of dirt. Yeah, as we've got a Haas going very off track there, but keeps it out of the wall. Other thing to remember with the development, obviously, is that we do run reduced damage, so it is a lot more forgiving than our main F1 nights because the main thing is everyone gets the laps in. That's how we work. But we've got 3 drivers currently on their fast. We've got Jay Bentley, Smithy, and Wasted.
Haas spinning sector 3.
So lots of Haas spinning already. And both Haas's spin now.
That's on an outlap, I think, isn't it? Shriek, is it?
Yeah, it might be. As Wasted goes purple in sector 2, so Wasted obviously had a run last night. We had Smithy as well having a run last night, so they're very familiar with Abu Dhabi now. So it's the banker that needs to be set. Let's see what Wasted can do. Looks like it will be up there. Might be a 125. We have 125.0, so good luck from him. Dan's prediction earlier today was Pole will be in the 124s. Oh, not ideal. But so banker to be met is the 125.0 from Wasted. We've got Bloodpool on his fast lap now. Let's see how his first exit time is looking. It's an 18.4, so pretty competitive so far. What a setup though. Wow. I'm not biased if Bloodpool's running myself. Ow. If he dies, I take no responsibility. Ooh! Nice one, Shreet.
Looks like he's in the ERS or he's let's flash it. Oh, yeah. Down that lap.
Bloodpool running it really, really wide down that second DRS straight. They might be able to hug it a little bit tighter to the wall on the next run, but gets a really nice run through the banking. As he gets a big snap of oversteer then, but he keeps it out of the wall, but he has a validator, so he'll be going back into the pits. Which is a bit of a shame for him, because that was looking like a good lap. But Jay Bentley retires from the session. Looks like it potentially was...
That's sector
I don't know
1.
where that was.
That's sector 1.
I don't know where that was. That was a weird one.
In the first corner that was. But the car kept on going.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, let's have a look at that one.
But F1 Immortal on his, just about to finish up his flying lap, coming around the final corner. And it's a 126.8, so that pops him up into P3. No one else in the 125s just yet, but we'll look to see if people are able to get up there. Chappie, who obviously had a really good race last week. Pistol as well had a good race. Explicit Tyson was up there. My Smithy says my practice last night is not relatable. Whole new setup today. Oh, that's a good point. Do you feel a little bit more stable though, Smithy? Because we're hoping so. As F1 Immortal gets disqualified, I'm not sure if he's had a spin and then had a bit of a wobble trying to get back on track or not.
You are like to send it to
What is this, your stream though?
Yeah.
Right, fab. But Chappie is on his out lap. We've got...
I'm watching Pistol just start his lap.
Pistol's just starting his lap, yep. And then Blackworm is on his out lap. But worth remembering, we have that really good 5 place. Yeah, he's our first race winner in the Development League. We had a 5-driver battle for 6 laps at the end of the Grand Prix last week for the win. So I believe off the top of my head it was between Pistol, Jake Lee, I think it was Jake Lee as well. We had Richard Wilson up there, I believe. He's a really, really nice, smooth driver. We've got, as he goes to purple in sector 2. I'll pop up with Chappie, see how he's getting on. He's got 17.8, so good competitive time in that first sector. Hi Gary, how are you? Always phoning. Foxy on 125 though, so good lap time there to build on. We've got lots of drivers getting out of the way, one spin in the Alfa Romeo. But Chappie just finishing up his lap. He's going to be over with a 126.2, so good first lap from him. We'll pop on board with Tyson. Tyson goes purple sector 2. But without a wing, so I'm guessing he's had a bit of a spin. Start of sector 3. Might have a little bit of wing damage.
A lot.
There was an Alfa Romeo that had a spin. Might have been him.
And he's got 10
Go on, Ozan!
And that was the previous of that picture from Ozan, you know that, wasn't it? He went all in his stop. Stop. He went out to go, stop. You were
now. I think we've had a bit of a spin there.
No more spin nothing. It was just one more doing the
Oh, it said it's
go
doing that.
No.
Jake Lee's invalidated his first lap. He was one of the quickest in qualifying. I believe he got pole position last week. So he'll definitely be one to keep an eye on, as we've got Sheerick just finishing up his lap in the pass. So we'll spin on board with him, see how he goes. And he goes a little bit wide that last corner, but pops it over it for a 128.2. So plenty still on there for him, but it's a solid first lap from him. Bloodpool's invalidated, so Bloodpool is not having fun with these track limits today. Jake Lee's invalidated, but he'll be starting his flying lap now.
Yeah, I'm on board. I think I'm going to slip it in the lead on that.
Matty Bennett's on his out lap for the moment. And a beautiful tyre there in the middle of sector 1. Nice lap, Smithy. So we've got 4 now in the 125.
Back on board with Jake Lee. See
how he gets on. Like I said, pole position last week. It was definitely a battle between himself and I believe it was Jake Lee versus Chappie pole last week.
Wasted turned down the set after the second second. He was about 4 seconds behind Paris.
And we've got good old GR from our Thursday grid in the chat, cheering on his teammate on Thursday, saying let's go Bloodpool. So, and Wibble Wobble has made it, so that's great. I'm glad he managed to get through that traffic and made it to summer qualifying, so he should be able to take control of the car. Don't worry too much if it's not the right car, we'll sort you out.
We've got a car in front, I don't think that car's going to play that.
But Jake Lee just finishing up his lap now.
Oh, that's
doesn't look like he was running any ERS in that one. So a bit of a mistake there from the Alpha and Mayo because it was a competitive lap time. Unless still not got it on, so I believe that he may have forgotten to send his ERS on for that lap, but 127.7 without any ERS is pretty decent. So he'll look to improve. Yeah.
Yeah, he was you had wasted behind him like 4 seconds and he caught him by like 2 seconds for the last sector and he could have hampered wasted lap.
Yeah, he was on a fast I believe, but I don't think he remembered to put his ERS on. But Matty Bennett finishes up his first lap, he goes in with a 126.0. Pops him up into P5, wasted improved his time, we're in the 124, so he's in 124.8 now. As we've got Visit Tyson on his first flying lap.
You're only 4 tenths up and you're 6 tenths off wasted. So this is a little bit interesting. I think he's wasted lost a little bit of time as well with the car in front of him. So do you see the team?
As we've got Jake Lee, I'm guessing he had a bit of a spin going into the pit there. But Tyson coming around the last section now. Looked like a relatively tight gap there, so it should be up there. Pops in a 127.3. Don't know why it weren't so good validation.
Let's start the lap. One more minute. He's taking a lot of turbulence in 2 laps.
This is another driver that's not using his ERS on this one, so I'm not sure if he's forgotten to switch it on or what, but we've got Wibble Wobble going out for his first flying lap as well, so he's on his out lap. Black Worm is on his lap as well, looking to set his first lap. Bloodpool looks like he's having a few teething issues with the setup though, he's having a few little wobbles here and there.
Reminding me of a Stooge style.
Who?
Bloodpool.
Richard Wilson is back in possession, which is great to see. Blackburn crosses the line on his first lap, pops up into P8 with a 126.5. So good boost back from him. Should just about have enough time to set one more lap on that. Bloodpool on his flying lap gets very out of shape on that curve then, but he manages to save it. But that will have been a little bit of a twitchy gun moment, I think. Is it just me, or is the setup looking a little bit twitchy?
I don't know why he didn't listen to me earlier on when I told him. So it's his own fault.
I did say he's not allowed to play with me if he has a wobble.
I said to him to ask Wasted and ask Dan what my setup was like, and they both got back and said, yeah, fine. And he's taken the one which everyone told him this would kill him. Yeah. So it's his own fault.
Yeah. He's got Sheet Rip on his flying lap as well. He goes a little bit deep under the hotel section, which makes him validate. Doesn't put it in a wall or anything like that, but he's going to pop into the pit. Should just about have enough time to swap tyres. Get out once again. He's another one of our quick ones. He was up at the point at the end again. Just needs to keep it steady and not get too breezy when he attacks his laps. He can have the odd spin every now and again, but he's definitely one of our quicker ones. So when he strings it together, it really comes together for him. He's doing a really competitive lap time.
Why does this Ferrari look like it was supposedly his last?
It looks like that special. It looks like the special one that they did at Imola, the Burgundy one, doesn't it?
It looks boring from this point of view.
I don't like the Ferrari livery that much.
I do like the Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari.
I do like the Ferrari, but it just looks plain red from the angle. I don't know. Anyway, we'll wobble when Dribble takes two. Dribble wobble. Dribble wobble wobble. Oh, how is he not invalidated that?
Comes around the final corner, looking like a decent lap here.
Could have gone in a little bit tighter into the last lap of the corner, right?
Goes in with a 125.6. He's on his first lap, pretty competitive.
Yeah, but that is the lap. That's all he's going to find for. And let's go on board with Ozan, who is coming on the first side guy last week. Close to when he had to come off the power to be across the line. Yep, he's going down. He's not finishing that.
Who else have we got on the lap? We've got Ozan, who's had validation. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to have another go. Wasted had a bit of a spin there, but he was up quite a long way, but he's going to be finishing his qualifying there. He's not going to improve. Smithy has been validated as well. Wiggle Wobble's been validated. Pistols on his outlap. We've got Broom having a beautiful spin into the wall and having created some confetti with that front wing there. But doesn't have DNF at all. Tyson just starting his lap now, so I'll stick on board with Tyson because I believe he's got plenty of time in the locker there. But he is pretty much out of ERS with Tyson already, so not an ideal way to be starting his flying lap here.
That is a lovely car for a second from Costco, that is. I don't know, that's not going to go.
Don't know if Tyson's going to be able to improve him because he's completely out of the RS now and he's only just in the second sector, so I don't know if that's going to improve at all. So we will pop up quickly to Matty Bennett, who's invalidated. Pistol is also on his lap, he's just coming towards the chicane in the second sector. But looking like it's going to be between Chappie and Pistol Racing for pole position around here. Keeps it very tight line into that right hairpin. Ooh, gets very out of shape. There was an Alpine in the way there. So that will definitely compromise Pistol's lap there.
Chappie still keeping the nice and smooth for second three as well. This could be a good lap.
So where is Chappie? Chappie's just about to cross the finish line, so we'll pop on board with him quickly. and pops up a 25-0, so very, very close to him and Ozan. Out in P3, Pistol is just behind what he did before, but he invalidated in the last corner from the looks of it. So the only one left across the line now is Piiesatron popping into the pit. So that is your qualifying order. We've got Wasted on pole position with then Smithy wibble wobble after joining late and only coming out one lap. He's put in a really solid performance there for P5. Then Pistol Racing, Matty Bennett, Vroom and Blackworm and Explicit Tyson rounding off that top 10. But we've got a few very quick people towards the back. Bloodpool struggling to set a lap with that setup on, so not sure what he's going to do in the interim to try and make that a little bit more drivable for himself. But we will see how he gets on. I'm never going to hear the end of this, am I?
Nope.
Nope. I did warn him. But yeah, so it's... Yeah, I did.
Well, I take my set up, it's class.
Twitchy. But it is Wasted on pole position with Ozan and Chaffee rounding out that top 3. But a few people to keep an eye on. We've got Bloodpool going to be working his way back up. But with that setup, we will keep an eye on him. F1 Immortal is always very, very consistent. He was our only driver last week to finish with no penalties whatsoever. Jake Lee also with that disqualification in qualifying after he had the spin in the pit lane. But he was one of our quickest drivers last week, so we'll see how he gets on as he works his way through the field. So it will be an interesting race, but last week it all came down to penalties pretty much, so worth keeping an eye on that. But it definitely seems a lot easier to DNF around here than it was at Britain last week, because we had no DNFs, a couple of spins, but no DNFs. But we've seen a couple of DNFs already tonight, so we will see how it goes. As Smithy in my comments just says that he warned Bloodpool against my setup as it's evil. It is not evil. It's fine. Lovely setup. You just twitchy. But hey ho, suits certain people, not everyone. But Pi is not convinced. Nope. But for all of the viewers who didn't know us last season, the mildly ironic thing is on last game I was the person that ran very, very stable setups, and Pi was the one that ran the death setups that we like to call them, whereas it's mildly spot brown now.
Yes. Mildly.
Oh, yours were very death setups. Like, they would murder you by about turn 2, if not before. But he's tamed himself. As we've got everyone heading underway now for their formation lap, we'll take a quick opportunity to have a look at who's starting on what tyre to see if we have got any different strategies at all. So we've got front